It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's Emmanuel Forbes, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Commanders and the Seahawks, and it's coming up next.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, it's that time of the year. A little bit more urgency. The calendar page turns to November. We kind of know who the good teams are. The midpoint of the NFL season always a great time to take a step back and look ahead to what's down the road for us.
Yeah, no doubt. And I always felt, even as a player, that you never really knew how good you were as a team or how good everyone else around the league was until you kind of got to this point in the year. November, December football. That's really where teams separate themselves from the pack.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game, went into the game with an initial plan. How quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of them blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away, as he'll take this a yard or 2 into his own end zone. Blackshear to return. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game and a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. The biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
First and 10. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now a screen set up for Harris. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15. and a first down.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. He sets up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Putting the tight end in motion. They'll try to run. And it's going to be a Commander's first down. He's brought down after a gain of 7 on 4th and 2.
I know it's 4th and short, Mike, but at this distance, you actually have to clear a lane out. You can't just fall forward or push the pile. So that conversion, it's...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they're on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
Bates' kick is good. And the Commanders are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Jackson Smith and Jigba ready to get back to work. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and he'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
That is fielded at the 20. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a 1st down. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Pitts is the man in motion. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection. How can we get extra bodies and extra attention? Because we still got a long way to go in this.
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. He'll look to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 40-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the ground.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll get this to the veteran tight end. No effect. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
Here's the punter now, as he is on to kick it for Seattle. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down. And the linemen are already walking back. They'll begin here on the ground. They're up a yard or two, up to about the 16. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll stick with him again. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
And they're going to move this all the way up near the 35-yard line.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, running right. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he will take it in himself. Touchdown, Commanders. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Commanders are out to a 10-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Oh, he'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It'll be Smith and Jigba bringing it in. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll run the toss with Walker. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
This one's snagged by Smith and Jigba. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. Here's Walker. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Commander's first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll turn and hand this one off. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Seattle after this. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. this one complete to Palmer. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. He'll punt for the second time, looking to hit another good one.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense. Automatic first down.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
17 yards on the gain, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. That one taken in. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put them in a good matchup, let them go win, and give them a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This fielded inside the 35. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's taken in by Thomas. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down.
Ball start, offense.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Now a give on the ground, and he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Commanders, who are out on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando, our EA Sports halftime report with the coach. Jonathan, all yours.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. The Cowboys still very much in the playoff picture here at the halfway point as they up their record to 5-3 with the win. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Caleb Williams leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Ricky Pearsall leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. These two teams leaving the tunnel, and we'll head out with them. It's time to send it back over to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And a nice run. Get them about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Washington.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Pitts is the man in motion. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Terrion Arnold. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Seahawks offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. The throw on the run is complete. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Walker. And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a 1st down at the 44-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They run with Walker. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Commanders' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's too early at this point, Mike, to really start thinking about the clock. You definitely don't want to go into a shell. But now this is the point in the game where having a good ground game really starts to take over. You throw to get the lead, but man, once you get it, that ground game, that's what finishes the game off.
Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So that's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Bates now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Commanders up their lead. It's now 24-7.
Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over possession of the football. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
At the 27-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's a designed run. And that call will not get it done. The defense ready, stopping him behind the line of scrimmage. And it sets up 4th down.
And you could tell pretty quickly, Mike, that once the quarterback started chopping his feet, that there was nowhere for him to go. Great job by the defense, not only reading quarterback run, but getting him down behind the line.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. Eddie has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Back to throw here to begin the drive. throw left side, taken in by Thomas. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Pitts is the man in motion. Now a run on first down. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. Now this time they'll look to throw. He will find Thomas. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
To the ground, a first down run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. He runs with it. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
A run on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete to Walker.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Back to throw. That one intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing. Inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while it seemed like everything the offense did hit, and after that last incomplete pass, although this...
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Derek Forrest.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. A fair catch called for and taken out beyond the 45-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. Tight end going in motion here. They'll try to run.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Pitts is the man in motion. Now a screen set up for Harris. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
2nd and a yard. On the zone read, here's Harris. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Here's Bates for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders stretch things out even further.
Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Smash, bring it. Go.
He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The visitors' offense and their running back set to go once more. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive will start on the ground, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. They'll stick with him again. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this is 3rd and short. Just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Harris. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
First down, Washington.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
We'll go with a draw play here on second down. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
On third down, they'll try and run it with a draw play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with 1st and goal. He couldn't quite break the plane, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. So it's a win here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.